mean, you brighten up the studio now.
Thank
I'm not
you.
stuck with a bald head.
Kwame, me pesa.
No, did you hear that? Oh, sorry, I was talking to you. I didn't know you heard that. I'm sorry. Doc, how are you? You're looking good.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
How has your week been, Kwame?
It's been a great week. I've had so much fun with our listener on Drive Time. And so, yeah, we hope for more education today. I mean, last week you said this month, this is a new month,
Yep.
and we'll be talking about food.
Food.
So
That's why
today-
I'm happy today.
Yeah. And you know the funny thing? So you like food, but where does it go? When you eat, where does it go?
Kwame, I don't like that. Why do you want to make this about me?
The way you're excited about food, and I'm wondering, it's a journey, you know, where does it go?
You see, that's why I like the food, because I don't have to then cry about it. There are people who are coming and say, "Oh, no, Charlie, my pot, but what I could do?" So I say, "Jai trophy, ne." When I was coming, I met Ishra at the car park. I was like, "Hey, doctor, because we trophy about my baby facing my studio." So thankfully, maybe today we will get to understand why how your constitution, your genetic makeup sometimes can make you tolerate maybe food. Maybe I burn food better.
Yeah.
So maybe Yaya will be here and we'll throw more light on it.
Good stuff. I'm excited about this because I'm passionate about health and fitness, and nutrition is a part of it.
Absolutely.
And so this is going to be a series, like you said, for the whole month of September.
The whole month of September, we're talking about nutrition, diet.
Yeah. And
Yes,
we'd
and our
end up
health.
having a conversation about obesity,
Yep.
right?
Weight loss.
Weight loss.
Weight loss for those who unfortunately have put on
Yeah.
way too much.
And I know a lot of people are struggling with it. You know, today I saw a post that I shared on my WhatsApp status.
Share with us.
Brain cells die. Skin cells die, right?
Yeah.
Hair cells, even hair cells die.
Kwame, you are targeting me again. I don't like that.
We'll come back to that one. We'll revisit that one. But hair cells die.
Yes.
Evidently. But fat cells must have accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and personal Savior
Wait till-
because they seem to have eternal life.
I don't die now.
They don't die. That's why whatever you
The
do.
fat cells.
The fat cells.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. And what's even interesting is we actually concentrate on burning these fat cells. We are like,
they are there.
yeah, come baby, yeah.
They are there.
We are not going anywhere, especially the ones around your stomach. Oh,
Your midsection,
stubborn fat.
Stubborn fat cells. Yeah.
Okay, so this one of our friends wanted to find out something, and that's really what has necessitated this conversation.
Right. Let's hear it.
I'll share it with you. Yo, Lexis. I beg. I want to be sure I am on the right path with my diet. The artwork you showed on Monday got me thinking, and I thought I should just check. I love fried yam, and fried pork chops. I also love jollof rice and roasted fried chicken.
Hey.
And then my fufu and abenkwai with goat meat and tuna. Featuring nyadwa.
Hey.
One of these is certainly represented in a day's meal for me. And I would usually wash it down with a bottle of chilled soft drink. That's right. I really don't like vegetables, but I balance my meals with mangoes and pineapples when I'm in the mood for them. I don't do breakfast. Dinner is usually some small instant noodles and fried eggs or bread and hot chocolate. Hey, Aqua living life.
Oh, share the room. This guy's really enjoying life.
It's Zibara.
Zizi.
Zizi. Okay. I will surely have my cold Guinness or club beer on Friday night and over the weekend, like 6 bottles throughout the weekend. Sunday night, I will surely drink senna leaves mixed with green tea to purge myself for the week ahead.
That's right.
I walk on Saturdays. Am I gaining weight? Well, I think I don't look lanky anymore. I don't fall sick, so I don't go to the hospital, and I've never had a medical check.
Hey.
I'm 44.
Wow.
I hope I am on track with food, drinks, and everything else. Let me confess, I love my life easy, nice, and simple. Well, this doesn't sound easy.
At all.
Sounds very, very loaded.
There's 6 bottles of Guinness.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know a lot of our listeners relate.
Yeah.
Because as I'm reading this, I know somebody is there checking the list and they fall in.
Yes. Osu Night Market.
And you are
pork
listening to
chops.
me. You are listening to me right now. You are guilty. You eat all of these things, and you're also not sure. Okay, today we'll get to find out.
Right.
And our dietitian Yara is here. Yara, how are you?
I'm fine by God's grace.
Okay,
Yourself?
I'm very well. So, Doc, where do we start from? Where do we address this issue from? Maybe we need to understand. You know, one of the very popular questions is whether we eat to live or we live to eat. Have we addressed it yet?
All right. So, Kwame, thank you very much, and good afternoon to all our listeners. It's good to be here another Wednesday. And this whole month, Yara and I are going to spend a lot of time talking about food. It is something that we all take for granted, but as we have titled the whole series this month, You Are What You Eat. You are what you eat. So, food plays or nutrition plays a very important role in our lives. It is more relevant to our state of health than we would think.
Okay.
Unfortunately, even when you look at the different cultures, so I'll go with the Akans, that's a language I'm familiar with, but they'll say pintimbia or me.
Hey.
You know, meaning when your belly is full, it doesn't really matter what made it full. So long as you quieten down the hunger pangs, then that's fine. But that is a very wrong concept of food that we have. And depending on the stage at which you are in life, you may have to eat differently. So today on our way here, I'll share with you that, you know what, we actually eat the same way throughout our lives. So we start eating fufu when we are 6 years. We eat fufu when we are 15 years. We eat fufu when we are in our 30s. We eat fufu when we are in our 40s. We eat fufu when we are in our 70s and in our 80s. So we don't make the effort to actually change the composition of our meals.
Okay.
Even as we go through the various stages in life.
Yeah.
Again, there are different times in life where, because of ill health, you may have to adapt or change your meals just so that you are better able to control that particular medical condition. Some individuals are also professional athletes, and we will come to that later. And based on your profession, if, for example, you are an athlete, then you would have to eat a certain way. I mean, we all remember a famous boxer in this country who, when we all threw our weight behind him, let us down big time. And then he said he ate canway or something before the fight, and we were all let down. So even when you're an athlete, a professional athlete, or playing at that very high level, then you have to really choose the foods that you eat carefully.
Okay.
So all that we are saying, contrary to what our friend just sent to us, painting this picture of an easy life, and therefore he can eat anything. Today, I think Yaya is going to share with us that you are what you eat.
Okay.
And therefore, you've got to pick your choices carefully.
Okay. Take it away.
All right. So, just as Doc has said, and then as our friend has also said, we all eat. As for food, I don't know who will say he or she doesn't eat. We all have something we eat as food. Now, every day, several times in the day, we are making different food choices. The question is that, is it good for us? Is it going to be something that will be beneficial to the body? So now when we talk about food, okay, food, we can define it as something that, products that we get from plant sources or animal sources, which would benefit the body. Now, what benefits are we looking at? Food should be something that will provide the body with energy, should be something that will provide the body with building blocks, so the body can rejuvenate itself, can rebuild. When, for instance, you are injured, you get a sore, where does the skin come from? The food we get nutrients, we get building blocks that the body will use to, or there's no one size fits or explanation for food.
Yeah.
People have different concepts of food. So in some parts of the country, their delicacy can be bat meat. Somewhere else, they are enjoying frogs. Some people are also enjoying...
I thought from bat, you go to cat.
Of course.
Why do you jump cat?
Three letter words, We do 3 letter words.
From B, we go to C.
C.
You want to jump that. Is it because it's your delicacy?
Let's go to D.
We should go to D.
So there's dog as well.
Let's jump one.
So a lot of different things people are eating, and it's food to them.
Yeah.
So now we are looking at whether
And even there are termites. You know,
Yes.
these termites, when it rains and then in the evenings you turn on the light, you've got all these, you
Yeah.
know, winged insects that come around the light.
Yeah.
And then when they lose their wings, they fall to the ground. Some people actually would collect it with a bowl of
Yes.
water and then they drop into it. And these are big termites that they fry them. Very, very crunchy, very crispy. And they are
Delicious.
packed with a lot of nutrients as well.
You've actually
proteins.
reminded me of when we were much younger in Abompe.
Okay.
You see the palm trees that they use for palm wine.
Akokono.
Oh my god. Akokono ni akoche ni atoto
That's right.
ni
That's right.
atoto.
Yeah.
Ma ide B.
Oh
my God.
OMG, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great delicacy back
Yes,
in the day.
yes. Very crunchy, very nutritious. I'm told, packed with proteins.
They
You
are.
know, but some people absolutely cringe at the thought that not termite also.
Now it's a journey,
You know,
Very-
but it's food because people have different perspectives when it comes to food. Now we are wondering, why do we eat? Lexis, can you share with us why you eat? What's your reason for eating?
why did you eat this morning? I'm sure you ate this morning. Why do we eat? And I would want the listeners to send us in their answers right now. That is, I want to know, why do you eat?
Because I was hungry.
Correct. Good point. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're hungry.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
People have different reasons for which they eat.
Like what?
Now, that's where we are going to.
Okay.
So some people have psychological reasons. They want to meet a certain psychological need. So for instance, someone is depressed. The person will find him or herself eating certain particular foods, for instance, chocolate. Some will decide to binge on ice cream
Okay.
because they feel depressed. Sometimes excitement. People are very excited and then they tend to go in for certain things. Maybe some group of guys, their team just won the cup and then they want to go and enjoy. They
Yeah.
tend to decide to take certain drinks, maybe alcoholic beverages or anything. So psychological need is one of the reasons why people eat. There's also the social thing where we gather around to celebrate something, maybe a wedding,
Yeah.
outdooring or something. We tend to decide to eat. Even at funerals, food is shared and we eat there. So maybe you are not necessarily hungry, but because food is shared, you decide to eat.
Yeah.
Lately,
Yeah,
we
do you know
see
that
that.
people go around these days?
Yes.
They are just reading obituaries from Wednesday. Then they are going around reading obituaries.
Where is the funeral
where's
at?
this thing? So now that there's the GPS, Baumia GPS too. Now they know. Then they will go to the exact location and then they get served. So yes,
Some food to eat.
commemorative
Yeah.
occasions.
Yes.
They can either
Yes.
be celebratory or
Exactly.
or mourning. So that
true.
would be a reason why people
Food
eat.
eat.
Right.
But is it a valid reason?
So we'll come to that. We'll come
Okay.
to understand why,
Your-
what's your valid reason for
should
eating should be.
Okay, that's good.
People also eat because of cultural beliefs or religious allowances and restrictions. Okay, so some religious groups are prevented from eating, say, pork.
Yeah.
For which reason they will decide to take other sources of protein.
Yeah.
Some also have been restricted from eating a certain kind of fishes. So only scaled fishes should be eaten.
Yeah.
So for that reason, they will take those ones. And so as for reasons for eating, their baby.
You know the funny thing? So me, how come I don't have those restrictions? Like not culture, not religion. Because I can eat everything.
Yeah, but you only eat because you are hungry.
So if you're good, you are there.
You know, somebody asked me the other time. Say, "Which them?
I mean, just like me, I mean, I can eat anything,
I can eat
So
anything.
long as it's food, and, it just excites me. And I think some of the cultural things, for example, like quickly,
Yeah.
today we are in the Homoa season, right?
Yeah.
And amongst the Ghan people, so certain foods are also prepared, during specific times of the year, or tour. During the Udra festival, but Pikule is one of those things that stands out, for me. How about convenience and then
Yes.
economic factors? Kwame, do people eat because of economic factors? Or do people eat because of that?
Sure. That's a very major reason for which people select certain specific foods.
Right.
For instance, your appetite is directing you towards some pizza or something, but then when you look at the pockets, it has to go there.
Gary soaking.
That's
KNUSC days. The Gary. If today I do soakings, tomorrow I use it for a bar. The next day something else. Oh, Gary. Oh my God.
Gary
Multi-purpose. Multi-purpose.
Kwame, be careful. Gary has swag.
Yes.
Wait, is it?
Kempinski, Gary Soakins, say 150 cedis.
Are you complaining? Are you complaining?
Hey, 150 cedis.
All right, tomorrow, you and I, we've got lunch at Kempinski. Hey, I mean, come on. What are brothers for?
Oh my God.
That's what I like.
How can you be brothers here when I'm sitting here?
Hey, sorry, you are here.
Yeah, so the economic
definitely
factors.
People select certain foods because of their economic restrictions or allowances.
Charlie, even the amount of money you have on you will determine how much Gary they put in your Gary and beans.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Those times when I'm, Mami Gary Kakre, but when I'm broke, madam, Margarine and Dawson. Margarine and Dawson. Oh my God.
Right.
Absolutely true. Also, people choose foods because of convenience or accessibility. So, if you go to, say, a shop and then their vending machine is there, it's clear, the glass is plain, you see some pastries in there, it can attract you. Even though that wasn't your intention,
That's true.
you tend to buy and then eat. So, accessibility and convenience is also a reason for certain food choices.
Okay.
Then there's this one which is physiologic.
Hey.
There we have the hunger.
Okay.
So hunger is one of the main reasons why people tend to eat. There's also craving. Now, during pregnancy, women tend to crave certain things. Sometimes foods they haven't eaten before, they tend to crave. So someone can be craving cat meat when she has never eaten cat meat before, or snake meat when she has never eaten snake meat before. So
The pregnancy.
it's also one reason for which certain foods will be eaten. Then there's also specific disease conditions that restrict your food intake. For instance, kidney problems. So when there are kidney problems, protein intake has to be reduced. In that case, the person is geared towards selecting certain kinds of foods.
Okay.
Then also athletes or sports personnel, they also have a certain kind of food intake they should be going for.
Yeah.
So for instance, high protein foods,
Yeah.
high carbohydrate foods to be getting more of their energies and then building blocks. So if the sportsman is injured, he needs proteins to repair.
So when I used to
these
lift
things.
weights
Right.
at X Gym, now I don't lift weights anymore. I do more cardio because I
cardio.
play tennis.
Right.
Okay.
But when I used to lift weights, my breakfast would be typically just oatmeal and about 4 or 5 eggs.
All right.
Right.
And I'll take
A lot of protein.
it, yes, without the yolk,
Right.
the egg whites.
Yeah.
Because, well, mine
You need to pack a lot of protein.
and build muscle. So
Yes.
that's what I
Absolutely.
used to do.
Yeah.
So I understand that
That's
part.
very true.
Right.
So our sports personnel need to know how to eat in such situations so
Yeah.
that they are building themselves properly to be
Yeah.
able to perform better.
Right.
Okay, so now you know why you are choosing a certain food. How much of that food should you be eating?
Yeah.
Or what exactly should you be eating to meet your reason for choosing those foods? These are very important questions that we need to be asking ourselves. We shouldn't just get up and then be eating because we are eating.
Yeah.
You should ask yourself these questions. What am I eating? How much should I eat? All right, so now determining what you would eat usually hinges on the reason for which you are eating. So are you eating to meet a psychological need? Are you eating because you want to meet a certain physiologic need? For instance, you are a sports person. Is that why you want to eat?
Yeah.
Or is it because it is a social gathering that we are eating? These are the questions you should be trying to answer. Then you will choose the particular food.
Yeah, stop confusing me. Listen, let's establish the fact that we all have to eat.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have
so that's
to
what-
eat.
So what you are talking about
Yeah.
is choosing what to eat.
Yes.
Because you can't tell me that I should be thinking about whether I have to eat because of physiological or psychological.
It's very important.
But I think you hit the nail absolutely on the head. So when we say physiological need, it is that we have to eat.
Yeah.
Nobody can afford not to eat.
Exactly.
So that is a good reason. But we also wanted to address the fact that if you are eating a lot because maybe say you are depressed, that's not a good reason to be eating.
Right.
Because then you'll be making the wrong choices. Yeah, most likely they would make the wrong choices if that's why they are eating. If you're an athlete to a sports person, then you've got to eat a certain way to be able to get the correct result. So when it comes to the issue about what should be eaten, then the factors to be considered hinges again on the objective, what we want to achieve with that.
Okay.
But so as for the physiological need, we'll retire that, and then I think Yaya would address the other factors that go into how much you should eat.
Yeah. Okay.
So Lexis, you're welcome back.
Thank you. I like that.
So in determining what to eat and then how much to eat, we look at your age.
Yep.
Okay, so different age groups across the different stages of the life cycle. Now, the life cycle, it involves infancy, or let's even say when you are in your mother's womb.
Yes.
That's at that stage you need a certain kind of nutrition. When you are born, during your infancy, your childhood stages, you need a certain kind of nutrition to meet your needs at that time.
Okay.
Now, during adolescence, the intake is different. So during childhood to adolescence and then early adulthood, we are growing.
Yeah.
So your
Rapidly.
needs are higher. Your energy needs are higher. Your protein needs are higher. Nutrients in general, you need them in higher quantities so that you can develop properly. If you're not meeting your needs in that regard, you underdevelop.
Yeah. Now I understand why.
Yep.
So some people are underdeveloped.
Yes, please.
Yes. They didn't get the right set of nutrients
Yes.
during the growth spurt. So that
this
is
is
absolutely important.
This is a very serious conversation because
Yes.
I don't think people really consciously think about it that I'm at this stage of my life and I've got to change the kind of food I eat.
Exactly.
We
And
literally just keep eating.
Exactly. It does. We cook the same way. We'd serve you the same meals. We don't make the conscious effort and say that I've got teenagers in the house, and therefore this is how I should cook for them.
Yeah.
And then you've got a 60-year-old in the house or grandma is in the house too.
Different
That also
needs.
different composition, different nutritional requirements. So we want to stimulate that particular type of thinking amongst everybody, that you can't cook the same way. You can't keep making the same food choices for everybody.
So, I'm thinking about how you say that when you're much younger or you're an adolescent, you need more energy building foods.
Yes.
Or probably proteins.
And proteins,
right?
yes. Yes.
But remember, that was the age that they give the chicken thigh.
Oh, very nam. Yes, we chop money.
We eat chop money. Then they load that the forest. For daddy.
For daddy who
Then
doesn't probably need it because at that time doesn't
He's
need a lot of
aged.
protein. Yes, he's older. So with the concept of deliberately making choices in terms of what we eat. So that's what Yaya meant by the age considerations.
Yeah.
We walk through the age considerations.
Okay.
So while you are looking at increasing your intake during the growth or the growing stages, while you are exiting, that at that stage you need to be reducing the energy intake, the protein intake, because activity level declines while we age, and so you may not be able to make very good use of it. And if you are not careful, it tends to store as fat. And when you are very fat in those ages, it's difficult to lose because you cannot be doing the kind of exercises that the younger people would be doing.
It's true.
So it's very important. Your age, the stage of life in which you are, should be considered when you are selecting your food choices.
In fact, by the end of this conversation, we'll draw a diet plan for everybody.
Everybody needs
including
one.
Abeku and then Philip Nye.
All of them. We are all going to lose weight. We are all going to lose weight.
So Kwame, the real focus is a deliberate attempt to make the right choices depending on who you are. The gender also makes a difference. Yeah, you're
It
right.
does,
Gender, whether
it
you're male,
does.
female,
It
you can't
does.
eat the same.
The
Really?
same thing.
Yeah.
So,
Please say females can eat pizza.
Oh, no. My
Bobby.
female will not be biased like
Please
that.
say females can't eat pizza. Now you're
I know where this is coming from.
All right, so for males and females, we have different body compositions. Now, when we talk about body composition, we are talking about fats, we are talking about muscles
Yeah.
or proteins, we are talking about bones, we are talking about water and all. So, males have different compositions where they have more muscle typically
Yeah.
than fats,
Okay.
and females tend to have more fat than muscle.
Okay.
The kinds of food you consume should help you maintain this composition. So a male's body composition shouldn't become the other way around where he has more fat than muscle.
Lower
It
your
can
voice.
happen because of your food intake.
Lower your voice.
Nah, I think some people are telling me to increase the volume.
I see.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So your food intake should reflect your body composition.
Okay.
Likewise
okay.
for females, your fat intake should be in a certain quantity so that you are not exceeding the fat content in your body because
Louder.
you have
Bob,
the high
Bob.
tendencies. So if you are not careful, so consider body composition and gender
Okay.
in selecting foods. Now, to be able to know the exact quantities to be eaten, now we can't sit here and say eat 4 balls of banku or 5 balls because we are different.
Yeah.
So you need a dietitian, you need your doctors.
Yeah.
Your doctor will determine, is there any health condition that should determine what food you should be eating. He would refer you to a dietitian. You can equally walk in.
Yeah.
A dietitian will help you.
Yeah.
Look, I'm happy you're here, and I know the one listening has a lot of questions. So, guys, please put all your questions together because this is a series that we're going to do over a couple
4
weeks.
weeks,
Yeah,
yeah.
over 4 weeks
So
here
about 3
on
more
Joy
weeks,
FM.
yeah.
And ask all the questions you can because by the end of this month, we all have to get a diet plan, have an idea of the right things to eat, and lose the possibility. Hey, lose that. Yeah. Please. So I have a. If you are listening to Joy FM right now, look down. Look at your stomach. Look at your stomach. Do you like what you see? If you are listening to Joy FM right now, look at your stomach. Are you driving? You there with the hair from? Do you like what you see? Okay. Doc, what's your number? I know some people will want to get in touch with you.
Right, so those who want to get in touch is 0501 477 340. 0501 477 340. You can speak to Yaira, when you call us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Ayosafo and Yaira for coming through. I'm totally
Thank
grateful. I've
you for
enjoyed
having
it. Next week, I'm sure we'd have more questions from people as well,
Right.
and would actually escalate the conversation to get into more detail and know more. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. God bless you. Drivetime, as always, proudly brought to you by MTN. Please, those of you who are looking at your stomach, don't insult me, I beg. I know some people ball, but I beg, easy. We're back after the news. It's 5 o'clock.
Welcome to the Joy Headline News at 5. I am Amisi Thompson. The minority spokesperson